Hello and welcome everybody to another player review. This time around I'm going to be doing what everyone wants to see an informed review of. The 86 rated second informed SADIO Mane, has got to be one of my favorite cards so far, alongside right up there with Man of the Match Salah, who you guys know I loved so much when I reviewed him. Now first off, I use finisher on him just because you just do not need to increase that pace anymore. That dribbling is super smooth, you don't have to increase it, and just that physicality that I increased along with his shooting, I believe. Um, the stats I say on this video are going to be completely base stats, no boosted stats with the chemistry styles, and let's get straight into it. You're going to be seeing that I use him in two teams, but I'm only showing you one. I switched that formation into 4-1-2-1-2 second edition, and I used him as a right striker alongside Son in one team, and 4-1-2-1-2 alongside Man of the Match Salah. And obviously I did try to feed him every ball, but he did exceptionally well in those 5 games, because I usually do 7 games, but I only used him for 5 games, because any more than that, this video would have been so much longer than it already is going to be. Just because the footage I got in those 5 games is incredible what he did in those 5 games, honestly. But yeah, then again, I fed him every ball, so that just might be why. So first off, his passing. He's got 86 short passing and only 79 long passing. Now I put it up as a con just because he's a striker. If you're going to be using him as a striker as I did, or a right winger, you don't really need that incredibly high passing. But that 86 short passing is just fine. You're not going to be lobbing balls up to the striker if you're a right winger, and you're not going to be passing much if you use him as a striker. But his short passes are very accurate. Long passes is just mediocre, but it doesn't really affect it so much. Next up is his weak foot. Now I put it up there even though it's only 3-star weak foot, but I put it up there just because I could not even tell the difference. Left foot, right foot, honestly could not tell the difference. You'll see a few clips where I score with both feet. Left foot, right foot, honestly felt like a 5-star weak foot kind of at times. And next up is his dribbling. With 95 agility and 91 dribbling in-game stats, it combined to probably make one of the smoothest dribbling I have played with this year. It was so smooth on the ball, and the ball just stuck to his foot. Like, it just literally stuck to his foot, especially with that 98 pace, the 99 acceleration. He caught up to the ball and cut that distance between him and the ball so quick that it didn't even feel like he was dribbling. The ball was just stuck to his feet at the time. And you guys know how much I love to do the LTRT, left trigger, right trigger dribbling, face-up dribbling, whatever you want to call it. It was so good with him. Honestly, I loved it just because of that 95 agility. He's so good at doing that dribbling, face-up dribbling. And that agility just allows him to read in and out of defenders perfectly. He created the sharpest movements with defenders, and he just completely put them off guard. Next up is his finishing. He's got 88 finishing, tied along with 85 shot power. Now that combination I think is absolutely perfect. It creates great shooting in the box, and he's yet to miss the target inside the box, I think. Now, not everything I shot with him inside the box was on target, or not everything I shot inside the box went in, but they were all on target. I can say that with confidence. The driven shot with him is so OP just because of that 85 shot power. Keepers could just not do anything. Honestly, it was ridiculous. Next up is his positioning. Now, he's got 89 attacking positioning alongside with the high medium work rates. I think it just creates for the perfect positioning to use him as a striker. He was in the right place at the right time always, and I mean it. He was always making runs, and he was always, if he wasn't making runs, he was always at the end of rebounds at all times to just tuck it in. I just absolutely love this guy's positioning, especially with that pace. When he makes those runs, he just flies by defenders, and that lob ball over defenders, it just always was on his foot. Next up is his strength, which is a huge upgrade from his previous versions. He's got 83 strength in game, which felt super strong. It felt much more than 83, honestly. I believe I put in a clip of him holding both Luke Shaw and Chris Smalling off the ball, just while using left L2 with him. And I absolutely loved using L2 with him. I don't use it often because I had Son before, but when I fed him the ball, when I fed Sadio Mane the ball, I could just shrug defenders off with ease. And finally, for his pros, he's got the best trait I think for him is his pace. I mean pace. He's got 99 acceleration, which is on point. If you thought man of the match Salah was quick, try this guy out. With 96 sprint speed as well, he just completely blew past defenders as if they weren't even there. And I just cannot stress how fast this card is. Any lob ball over the top was on his foot just because he completely blew defenders away. Anyway, that wraps it up for pros, and let's move on to the cons. So for his cons, they aren't even that bad, honestly. First off is obviously his stamina, and that just doesn't reflect how he is in real life. But anyway, he's got 75 stamina in-game, and I'm just hoping for the winter upgrade to touch up on this card, especially just to increase that stamina, even the slightest bit of like 2 or 3 stats in-game. Just because that 75 stamina is not the greatest, and he was pretty much done and out by the 75th minute. It's not that he was like unusable. He just almost had only an 1/8 of bar left by the 75th minute, which isn't terrible, but obviously he could be way higher than that if they based it on real life. And finally, for cons, his heading, for obvious reasons. Obviously, 5'8" striker. If you use him there, right winger. If you use him there, he's just not getting any headers, and that's plain simple fact. Anyway, guys, overall, I absolutely loved this card. I picked him up for 138k, I believe. His once to watch before he skyrocketed after scoring the 2 goals. And I was going to sell him for a 300k profit, but I decided to keep him so I can make this video, guys, for you. And up there, he was just up there with man of the match Salah for enjoyment and just like sheer demolition of the opponent's defense, honestly, guys. So for the final ratings, his ultimate ratings, I'd say enjoyability was 10 out of 10. I don't know if you guys can tell by the excitement in my voice. This card was super fun to dribble with him and just shoot and blow by defenders. For consistency, I give him a 9.5 out of 10, only because he just didn't do much in the first game I used with him. But that just might have been me getting used to him again. But the other 4 games I played with him was absolute like destruction. Honestly, he was so good. I scored 9 goals in a game with him, and I'm not sure if I included every goal in the video because that just would take forever. And next up is his shooting. I would give him a 9.5 out of 10 for shooting. I would just give it a 10 if only his long shots were a bit better. Anything outside of the 18-yard box was kind of inconsistent. But if you shoot within the box, it's always on target. I guarantee you that. And for versatility, I give him an 8.5 out of 10. He's an amazing right winger, an even better striker, but I just would not use him as a center midfielder or right midfield as I would with other strikers if I were to use them. And one of the most important ones, his weekend league status. I would give him a 10 out of 10. Yes, 10 out of 10 for weekend league status. He is the player you want to use on your weekend league. He just obliterates every defense just with that sweatiness you can provide with them, honestly, guys. And finally, his price. I give him a 7.5 out of 10 for price, just because right now his ones to watch is 320k. He's simply not affordable for everyone. Well, guys, that's a wrap for today's episode on the second Inform 86 rated Sadio Mane. Please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Till next time. Peace.